Welcome back to another Google Classroom lesson. Today we're going to be talking about how to set up the gradebook with weighted grades and topics. So we're going to go into my Studio 2D 2020 class, and we are then going to click the settings button, that little gear in the upper right-hand corner. This is where you have all of your class details. So you can make it so that on the stream, only teachers can post or comment. You can have uh, classwork on the stream. I actually suggest taking this off so that the stream is just for quick messages rather than also for your assignments. Make sure deleted items are off and guardian summaries are on. And this way, parents can actually see what their students owe, etc. I also am going to generate a Meet link, and that way there is a Meet. But what's nice is that that Meet link in your Google Classroom will only be on if you're in it, not just if the students are in it. So that's really nice. So what we're going to talk about though is the very bottom where we have our grading and our grade calculation. So we want to first click. You can do total points, so it just averages everything at the same level and it will give them a final grade based on that. But I'm going to click weighted by category. So I want to show the overall grade to students so they can see their progress as they go. And I'm going to start adding some grade categories. And you've seen this before. So say my bell ringers and my daily artwork are always going to be 10%. So now I have the entire grade book set up. I just click save. And now when I go in to make assignments, what I can do, and we'll just edit an assignment that already exists, is now it has grade category. So here I can just have the drop down menu and I could have this be bell ringers, daily artwork, projects, website portfolio, tests and quizzes, critiques and reflections. So I'm going to put that under the bell ringer category. And then I have 100 points for this based on the points in the assignment. Right now it's assigned to all students. But the big thing is this will now be graded based on your weighted categories. I'm going to do the same thing here, and you'll see up here it says what it's weighted as, and the students can see that as well. So again, I'm going to click edit, just go up here real quick, boundaries. Now that my gradebook is set up, I can just make a new assignment and it will automatically give me the option of what to make it as. Let's talk about the amazing features of Gradebook in Google Classroom. So, the first thing I want to talk to you about is the overall grade. If you weight the grades, you will see an overall grade, and this will give you not only the average of each student, but it will also give you the overall class average to see how the class is doing as a whole. Now, in addition to this, you actually can see each assignment. Each assignment has the title of the assignment as well as which grading category it's a part of. It also will tell you at a quick view what the score is. So if it's out of 1 or out of 100, you can see that easily. What's really nice about this is it also shows you the average that the class had on each assignment. With this, you can also see if you're missing assignments that you have not graded. Here it says this assignment was done late and it's missing its grade. Here we have an assignment that wasn't officially turned in, but it was graded. So obviously that was completed. Now you can even look here and see which assignments were assigned to different groups of students. So for the final project for this class, there were 2 different assignments. So they could pick the painting series or they could pick doing a children's book. Both were out of 100. And you can see just by a quick glance that one assignment was much more successful than the other, even though the students had a choice. I can also see which students weren't assigned this and it was not part of their final grade in the end. I can also see if an assignment was just not completed by a student and is completely missing. I can see their averages after they've each been graded, and I can see how that factors in with everything that they've done throughout the course. And what's nice is you can choose what each point value is depending on if it's a rubric or an assignment or just simply a completion assignment. You also can see if a student has a bad habit of not turning in assignments, and that's a great opportunity to talk about the responsibility of each piece. You can also see if a student is just simply missing an assignment. They've never turned it in, and that will just show up as missing. And there you have it. Those are some of the amazing features that you have that give you a real great idea of what's going on in your class, how assignments are being graded, and how students are doing on each assignment. Now we've talked about grading, we're going to move on to how the student actually sees it. So here I'm logged into Colby the Colts account, and so he's currently registered for 3 classes, and he has a couple different views he can see. The first thing is the to-do list. So when you're a student, you actually have all of your classes at once. If you click the to-do list, and you can see everything in your to-do list. Students here can see what has no due date and what does have a due date. Now, the reason they're not seeing anything with a due date is anything with a due date has been completed. And here they can actually see the grades they got on these 2 assignments. Now, they can see that this is in Google Classroom, ClassAct Classroom, so they can go and click on that class, click on classwork, see those assessments. But if they click view their work, view your work, that's when they see their grade. And if the grades have been weighted in your gradebook, they will see their overall GPA. So right now, Colby's not doing stellar. He's passing, but he's not doing well. He has a 10 out of 10 on one quiz, but obviously he wasn't taking his time with the second assessment. What's nice about this is that he can then click that assessment. He can click view details, and if it's a quiz where you make it so that they can retake the quiz, this is their opportunity to do so. So he can see what he missed, and then he can always send an email to the instructor, letting the instructor know by doing a private comment. And send it right away as a private comment. Now, he would be able to then resubmit this quiz if he's allowed to do it again. Once it's been unlocked, he could get a message back from the instructor. He can click on that quiz and it will bring him back to the original quiz. Now, this time, if he takes his time and click submit, then he can view his score and see that he did much better. Now, sometimes it takes a minute for him to get the upgraded assignment in his Google Classroom. So if he just refreshes the page, goes back to classwork, goes to view your work, the grade hasn't quite updated yet. What will happen is that I will have to go back into my account and verify that grade, that resubmitted grade, and resubmit it to him for him to see it. So just to show you how that goes through, if I go to my classroom and he resubmitted it, so I would check his grade, in that 10, I'd return it with a comment. He would then look at his account. He would go back into classroom, into classwork. Then he would see that it was updated. He can even click it and see that we have that correspondence between each other. And he'll see his new updated average as well. So the question always comes up, can we actually export our Google Classroom grades into SchoolTool? And the answer is, well, not yet, but it's coming soon. Right now, we're working on getting that Google button right there in our SchoolTool. So hopefully you learned a lot about grading. I hope you use your gradebook in the future, and good luck.